You sound wonderful, Bill.
Okay, we are there. It's primary night. It looks like the primaries are just about over. Maybe there's a little something in Washington, D.C. But right now in California, Bob, Bernie's getting his ass kicked.
He's getting bikini waxed.
He's getting bikini waxed, yes. But that said, it's been 12 years since I've experienced a primary, and so I've experienced this entire primary. What a primary. I'm going to watch one. This is the one to watch. Crazy, crazy primary. 8 years ago, I was in Afghanistan the first time when Obama was elected. 4 years later, I was back again, so I'm in Afghanistan. So I missed all of the primaries for the last 8 years. But that said, this is a crazy primary. What do you think? It looks like Trump is going to be the man. He gave a good speech.
Trump is the man. I think the Democrats' suppression of Bernie Sanders, coming out in the newspapers today about the fact of how Hillary already has it wrapped up. She's the first woman. Everyone's all excited about that. I think that's great voter suppression as far as on her behalf by the major news media.
Oh, all the way across. It's just unfathomable what we've seen with the news medias and Hillary. It's like she controls the news medias. And
then now it's talking about, how Hillary made a wonderful speech, how she talked about her mother and about how women didn't have the right to vote. They didn't have the right to own property. But no, now they have the right to be felons, to be criminals, to be Secretary of States, and to put our country at risk. And we need to applaud them because of the fact they don't have a penis.
Bob's on the rag tonight.
Well,
he is. Lab wouldn't even work right earlier.
They said Obama's administration supposedly is not going to release any of the emails until after the
31st, which isn't a day.
Yeah.
No, the 31st of December, right? How many days are December?
Yeah, 31. Yeah.
It's 31st. So, lucky on 31st, like before New Year's.
So after the election, we'll find out whether or not Hillary Clinton is a crook or should be a convicted felon, or did she actually put our ambassador and troops on the ground at risk? And I believe
that has nothing to do with the FBI investigation.
No, it's no. I mean, she sold the ability for people to further corrupt our government. She's corrupt. Her husband's corrupt. The Democrat Party is corrupt. The Republican administration, the establishment is corrupt. They all need to be wiped out. And going after Trump, I mean, I'm reading on Drudge Report today how illegals coming across the border are kidnapping children so they can come across the border with the facade of having a family. We no longer have borders in this country. We no longer have a country. And that's just the way it is, Bill.
It does not look good. I can say that. It does not look good. This cycle is just insane. Trump had a bad week, but he had a good speech tonight. Hillary had, I guess, a good week. She really was able to stack the cards. Bernie's not going to quit, though.
Oh, Hillary's talking about the fact she wants to represent the 99%. She's wearing a $12,400 jacket while she's giving a speech. She does not relate to the 1%. All their money is through corruption, through coercion, through basically bribery, saying, you want access to me, it's going to cost you.
I still can't figure out why she had the private server and why she was allowed to violate security protocol and totally break the law. And she hasn't gone to jail yet. If I did that, I'd be in jail. If I did a fraction of what she did with intelligence, I'd be in jail.
Yeah. It's ridiculous because of the fact they're protecting her. They're protecting, quote unquote, the first woman. But if we're going to have a first woman, shouldn't she be a qualified woman?
Hey, Bob, I took a lie detector test this week, right?
I'm sorry?
I told you I took a lie detector test this week.
No, you didn't tell me about the lie detector test. Did you pass it? Are you lying now?
I can't lie very well.
There you go, huh?
I know I did. I mean, what a test. 4 hours. You're strapped here and here, and you got your
4 hours?
fingers, blood pressure, sitting on a thing. And you actually have to think when you're talking because you have to lie. There's times when there's codes where you have to lie. And it's a crazy system, but I cannot lie and emotions and all that. That said, though, I think we need to put both our candidates up for a lie detector test, though.
Well, Donald Trump had a school. Maybe Hillary Clinton, if elected president, could open a school on how to lie, how to deceive and influence people.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you, I just cannot fathom, though, on the intelligence. There's a lot of people like me that know what she did. Just read the IG's report from the State Department. She broke the law. She did gross things with intelligence. And the guy, she paid $5,000 to an employee to go in and set up the classified system to bridge it. And you have to manually bridge it and to move emails around and hook it into her server. I mean, I don't know. That's amazing that happened. Amazing she didn't get pounded within the first year. I mean, how did she get away with it at all?
Well, who's she working for?
Obama.
There you go. I mean, crony capitalism, corruption with a capital C, baby.
So what do we do? What do we do as law-abiding, patriotic Americans?
Well, we better get out there. We better vote for someone that believes in America, make America great again, or someone who's a globalist, Hillary Clinton, because this country is going down the tubes very fast. Again, like I said, all the number of people that are coming into this country illegally, legally they're importing them, they're bringing them in, and these people they don't want to become Americans. And this would really piss me off is Mexican Americans. Why aren't they American Mexicans? Why aren't they American Africans? I mean, why American should be the key word, not the African American, well, not what separates us, what brings us together, the American aspect of it. We're not Americans anymore, Bill. We don't put this country first. There is not one damn Democrat that can say, ask not what your country could do for you, ask what you could do for your country. That Democrat does not exist. They're buying votes on a constant basis. They're putting more people in desperate need, so they need a big nanny government, and they're succeeding. They have accomplished that. Like I said, 80 million people out of work when Obama comes into office, 94 million Americans out of work now. Who are they going to vote for? Those 14 million are vote for those who are going to give them something.
The other thing that's happening is the rich are getting richer, and it appears
the poor can't get poor. You got nothing in this damn country. But the poor in this country are rich in other parts of the world.
Right? No, we know
that thing about the rich get rich because they work harder.
No. But there is a dichotomy right now.
The rich get rich because they work harder. The poor get poor because they don't do a goddamn thing. Get off your ass and work.
Bob. No, there is a system right now where the oligarchy, the crony capitalists are getting rich.
Well, but that's not getting. What they're getting is they're getting bribed. They're using their connections, and basically the government is funneling them money.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
For those who are actually working, they should be able to, receive the benefits of their efforts and their investment.
It always amazed me when I got on city council in Modesto that some of the groups that helped me get on there, I thought they were like pure capitalists and free enterprise and free marketeers. But once I got on council, members in those groups, I was on the builder side, really didn't care about free markets and competition. All they wanted to do is make sure their product had the benefit and keep the other people through government policies, which is local ordinances, not to succeed.
They're concerned about their own bottom line. That's all they were concerned about. They're there to make money. And if you can facilitate that and direct business to them, you're their friend for life.
Right. And not only that, just control. In Modesto, it was like controlling property where it could be developed.
Well, but Bill, greed is one of the sins that unfortunately man has not learned how to overcome. A lot of people, their value is put on themselves and on others by how much money they have.
Yeah. Well, I know that there are 6 states out there. We're looking at them. Bernie won some, he lost some, but California, it looks like he, right now there's 1 million votes for Hillary, approximately, and a little over 500,000 for him coming in.
You know what I say? Let's just get it on. Let's knock the fences down. Let's kick ass. Let's see when we have these rallies out there, these riots, these pro La Raza folks that want to make America Mexico again. And this is a watershed election. We will decide which way we're going. We're either going to make the left turn or the right turn, or go to try to make America great again.
Like they said, if Hillary gets elected and she's not thrown in jail,
say what?
For 100 years, we're going to be affected by the Supreme Court.
Without a doubt. And we need somebody that actually believes in borders and in jobs and in this country and investing in the people. But to me, one of these people, if you're not willing to work, if you're able to work and you're not willing to work, cut off all the benefits. If you're able to and you're not willing to work, cut off the benefits.
Well, let's look at the libertarian side. On the immigration, libertarian says do work permits, but don't give benefits. I mean, they still get Social Security, they pay in Social Security, do all those things, but they don't get the social welfare, things of that nature if they come in here, for a work permit.
Hey, Bill, let's put it this way. What you have is you have 2 beautiful daughters. And when your daughters start looking for husbands, you're going to want the guy that's going to work and is going to provide. and hopefully they'll be equal providers too. You're not going to look for the libertarian husband that's going to come in and smoke a joint and say, I'm going to work 1 day a week. So, and the bottom line is we need to pick your president the same way you're going to pick someone who you want to have your daughter. You're not going to allow the libertarian in your house. You're going to kick him the hell out the door. So don't even consider libertarian. It's Republican or Democrat, call it a day.
Okay, Bob.
That's who your daughter's going to marry. Republican
hey,
or
Democrat. Let me finish on the positive. Joanna, the 14-year-old, who's going to be a freshman, and my older daughter is 16. She'll be a junior. But she just, in her middle school, they just took their math tests, and she scored 100%. There's only 2 students in her class, in all of her grade, a boy and a girl, and she's a girl. So she got 100% in the math. So something positive. So they're smart, because I think they'll have no problem whatever they decide to do.
Well, it's you could be smart, but it's how emotionally intelligent you are, because emotions will make you do things that you don't really want to do, or you think you have to do this, and that's where a lot of people are supporting Bernie. They feel the burn, and there's obviously no urine for the burn in California if he's losing by 500,000 votes.
Did that surprise you that he's going down like this?
It surprises me, but when I looked at the newspapers this morning and saw how the suppression and all the news, Hillary's won, congratulations, the first woman and everything else. They already did the parade. This is like the Warriors doing a victory parade. They have 2 wins in.
Yeah. Well, it is.
You can the game's over.
Everyone, you and I know that when news like that and they time it just right, it does have an effect on the average.
Yes.
It makes them think different.
It's voter suppression. You could really change. You could really change the outcome.
A lot of voters vote. I mean, the really 30% of voters really study. They detail even higher than that, and they know how they're going to vote. But a lot of people vote.
How about voter fraud in California, Bill? Yeah. I guarantee you there's probably 5 to 10% of this is just voter fraud, people that don't actually exist. And who has a better computer, folks? I would say that's probably Hillary Clinton. She knows how to work emails. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this is just total voter fraud. And again, it doesn't matter who votes. It matters who counts the votes.
Yes. Hey, what I was going to say, though, is that a lot of people will vote based on their last emotion or last feeling. So you can get a piece of mail in their hands, like right before they get a vote, or a nice comparison piece on Saturday or Monday. It's the last thing they think of before they vote and how they vote.
Sure.
They make a last-minute decision.
And that's, like I said, now it has the first lady. Oh, my God. I just can't even picture her being in the White House with that man of hers, the corruption that she has, her decision-making process in Syria and in Lebanon and Libya, everything.
On securing email, on security of classified material.
Yeah. And she's the most qualified woman ever. My God. No, she's not. She's not. We've had world leaders like Thatcher who actually know how to lead, who actually have some substance to them. This Hillary Clinton is a nothing. And, just like, listen to Bernie. Bernie wants to shut down fracking. Bernie wants to shut down clean coal burning. Bernie wants to shut down all these things that make our lives comfortable and allow people to earn a living. And when, again, these people back east, when coal is down and when there's no fracking and when they're paying 8 times the amount to keep their house warm and they can't afford food, you'll see anarchy go on in this country. What you'll see happen at the Trump rallies will be going on throughout the country. What happened in Venezuela? No food.
We've never seen, people with Mexican flags waving, attacking people in the streets and getting away with it like they were in San Jose.
With the police standing there watching and the San Jose mayor just acknowledging it. What do you expect? Trump made these comments. That's not what the police are there for.
It's amazing. After that happened, that was the same day.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, Bill.
For that happy thought, stay on, Bob. We're going to stop the broadcast. And until next week, remember to check in on Sunday morning, 9:10. Meet the voter.
God save the Republic, babe. God save the Republic.